Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going beyond the headlines and summaries, straight into Death's End by Cixin Liu. We're doing something special for you. If you're looking for a way to nourish your mind on the go, check out Mindful Moments and the Power of AI Narration. Think of this as a sneak peek into a book that tackles huge questions about life, the universe, and everything.
We're about to explore a universe where humanity faces choices. Choices that redefine what it means to survive, to love, to exist.
Ready to dive into a world where stars are gifts, empires vanish overnight, and the line between dimensions blurs. Liu starts us off in the waning days of the Byzantine Empire, just as Constantinople falls. A woman named Helena is trying to smuggle out something precious. And it's not gold or jewels.
It's a brain.
A brain. This opening throws us right into the deep end. It hints at the scale of the story, suggesting that not just humanity's fate, but the very nature of reality is at stake. And it introduces the idea that life might not be so rare in this universe after all. And then we jump centuries ahead. Euthanasia is now legal, and we meet Tianming. He's chosen this path. But there's a new law that allows the terminally ill to participate in a top-secret project. And this ties back to those smuggled brains. What's fascinating here is how Liu introduces the concept of crisis infantilism.
It's a chilling idea, isn't it? Humanity regressing, becoming almost childlike in its behavior, in its decision-making. When confronted with the possibility of extinction, we see this play out in some really strange ways, like the Stars Our Destination project.
Remember Helena, that brain she smuggled belonged to a man who bought a star for his girlfriend through this UN project. Now, Tianming, because he's chosen euthanasia, has the chance to do the same. It's almost satirical, this desperate attempt to cling to normalcy, even as the universe throws existential threats our way.
Exactly. There's this dark humor woven throughout the book, this juxtaposition of the cosmic and the mundane. And it really makes you think about how we, as humans, would react in such a situation. Would we reach for the stars? Or would we retreat into ourselves?
And then things get really interesting. Tianming is literally on the verge of going through with the euthanasia when the woman he gave the star to bursts in. Talk about a twist. Turns out she works for this eccentric genius named Wade. He's heading up the secret project.
Wade is such a compelling character, ruthless, brilliant, and morally ambiguous. He's constantly pushing boundaries, testing people's limits. There's this scene where he asks Cheng-Jin, the woman Tianming loves, "Would you sell your mother to a whorehouse?" It's shocking, but it reveals a lot about his pragmatic approach to survival, almost Machiavellian.
Okay, now I have to know more about this secret project. What are they up to?
Well, they're developing these incredibly advanced probes, powered by nuclear energy and radiation sails, to intercept the Trizolaran fleet. It's a bold plan, almost reckless, and it speaks to the desperation of the situation.
But as we've seen, humanity doesn't always make the most rational decisions, especially when fear is involved.
That's right. The project ultimately gets voted down, deemed too risky, potentially provocative. It's this clash between scientific ambition and political pragmatism, a recurring theme in the book. And it leads to the introduction of the Staircase program, a plan to send someone into the future, to a time when humanity might have a better chance.
And Cheng-Jin volunteers. But there's a catch. The program requires someone terminally ill.
And Tianming, in a truly selfless act of love, steps forward. He gives up his chance to live, his chance to be with Cheng-Jin, so that she might have a future. It's a powerful moment, a testament to the enduring power of human connection, even in the face of unimaginable circumstances.
It gives me chills just thinking about it. And this is where the narrative takes a huge leap. We shift to the future Cheng-Jin wakes up in, and things have changed drastically. Humanity has spread out into space, technology has advanced, but the threat from Trizolaris still looms large.
And Sofin is back, the creepy virtual assistant from the previous books, but this time she's taken on a physical form, representing Trizolaris in a more tangible way, and perhaps even more unsettling.
Things are definitely heating up. It feels like the calm before the storm.
You could say that. And Cheng-Jin, with her inherent compassion and idealism, is going to find herself right at the center of this storm, facing decisions that will have far-reaching consequences for the fate of humanity. But we'll have to delve into that in part 2 of our deep dive. Before we jump ahead with Cheng-Jin's story, let's rewind a bit and talk about what's happening on the ship that brought her to the future. The ship called Bronze Age.
Ah, yes, Bronze Age. It's part of a fleet sent out to fight the Trisolarans. But their encounter isn't exactly what anyone expected.
They come face to face with these terrifying weapons called droplets.
Droplets.
Imagine these incredibly advanced, self-contained weapons. capable of destroying entire spaceships. With ease. The Bronze Age crew. They find themselves in a truly horrific situation.
It makes you wonder, what would you do when facing such overwhelming technological superiority?
It's a question Liu explores further. When the crew makes a controversial decision to attack another human spaceship, the Quantum. The Quantum was trying to escape the fight. The Bronze Age crew. They believed it was potentially compromised by trilogy technology and could pose a threat to humanity if it escaped. It's a moral dilemma of the highest order, forcing us to consider the cost of survival and the lengths we might go to ensure it.
And what happens to the crew? Are they hailed as heroes for potentially saving humanity, or condemned for their actions?
Well, they are ultimately put on trial. It's a fascinating part of the book because it dives into the complexities of wartime decision-making, the weight of responsibility, and the very definition of justice in the face of an existential threat.
So where does Cixin fit into all of this? She's working up in this future, and now we have this conflict unfolding around the Bronze Age. How does she navigate this new world?
Cixin, with her inherent compassion and belief in the good of humanity, finds herself torn between various factions and ideologies. Remember that inherent human regression we talked about. Crisis infantilism is still very much at play, shaping the reactions and decisions of those around her.
It's a reminder that even facing a common enemy, humanity can be its own worst enemy.
Exactly. And eventually, she becomes the sword holder, the individual responsible for activating a weapon that has the power to destroy Trisolaris. Imagine the burden of that responsibility, the weight of an entire civilization's survival resting on your shoulders.
It's a terrifying thought, holding the power to end a civilization.
It is.
Does she wield that power? Does she make the ultimate decision?
But that would be venturing into spoiler territory. What I can say is that her compassion, which is usually seen as a positive trait, might actually be her undoing in this situation.
That's fascinating. It makes you wonder, are there situations where compassion can be a liability, especially when facing a civilization as ruthless and pragmatic as the Trisolorans? But Liu doesn't stop there. He throws another huge time jump at us.
Fast forward, and we find humanity forced to abandon Earth entirely. They've built a new society amongst the stars on space stations, and Cixin is reunited with Liu Ji, the sword holder from the previous book, The Dark Forest.
Liu Ji. Wow, I didn't see that coming. It really shows how Liu masterfully weaves together these different storylines, spanning centuries and even lifetimes. It makes you think about the lasting impact of our choices and how they can ripple through time.
It's a brilliant narrative technique, and just when you think things can't get any more complex, Liu introduces the concept of the black domain. Imagine a region of space where the speed of light is altered, essentially creating a pocket of space-time that's cut off from the rest of the universe.
It sounds almost like a cosmic quarantine zone, isolating a section of space. But why? What's the purpose?
It's a theoretical weapon, a way to potentially protect a civilization from external threats, even those as advanced as the Trisolarans. It speaks to the extreme measures civilizations might take to ensure their survival, even if it means isolating themselves from the rest of the cosmos.
And remember that star Min gave to Cixin. It comes back into play, doesn't it? I have a feeling nothing in this book is arbitrary.
You are absolutely right. It plays a significant role in the story, leading Cixin to uncover some devastating truths about the universe. She meets Guan Yifan, a physicist obsessed with understanding the universe's ultimate fate. He reveals some chilling realities that shake Cixin to her core.
So we have a desperate humanity, potentially facing isolation within a black domain. And now Cixin is learning devastating truths about the universe's fate. This is where things get truly mind-boggling.
You could say that Death's End is a story that pushes the boundaries of imagination, forcing us to confront our place in a universe that's vast, indifferent, and possibly heading towards a terrifying end. But the journey doesn't stop there. There's still so much more to uncover. Experiences that will challenge Cixin's very understanding of reality. But unfortunately, that's where we'll have to leave you hanging for now. We'll continue this incredible journey in part 3 in our deep dive.
We left off with Cixin and Guan Yifan grappling with some pretty unsettling truths about the universe. Remember those devastating revelations? It turns out the universe might not be as stable as we think.
Right. They are faced with the reality of the universe collapsing. Not with a bang, though, but a whimper. A slow descent into 2 dimensions. Imagine everything we know being flattened like a drawing.
It's hard to even wrap your head around, and it's not just a visual thing. Even the laws of physics break down.
Exactly. Time becomes distorted. Space folds in on itself. It's terrifying. And Chengxin and Guan Yifan are in a race against time, trying to find a way out.
So what do? How do you escape a collapsing universe?
Well, they manage to find refuge in what's called a four-dimensional fragment. It's a pocket of space-time where the laws of physics operate differently, a temporary reprieve from the dimensional collapse.
Hold on, 4 dimensions. I'm trying to picture this. Is it like stepping into another world?
It's even more bizarre. Imagine a space with an extra spatial dimension. Inside this fragment, Chengxin and Guan Yifan witness phenomena that defy our understanding of reality, like objects unfolding in infinite detail, revealing their inner structures.
It sounds beautiful, in a strange way, but also terrifying.
It's both. And they encounter other beings who have also sought refuge in this fragment, including members of a civilization called the Ring, a highly advanced civilization with knowledge of manipulating space-time.
The Ring, that sounds ominous. Do they help Chengxin and Guan Yifan?
They offer some clues, cryptic clues, about the universe and its ultimate fate, but their motives are a mystery. It's a reminder that even in the face of a universal crisis, there are still unknowns, secrets, and agendas at play.
So do they escape the 2-dimensional collapse? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yes, but it comes at a cost. They find themselves on a planet, Planet Blue, a seemingly idyllic world. But as we learn in Death's End, appearances can be deceiving.
Oh no, what is it?
It's a trap, a world existing within a black domain.
Wait, the black domain, the cosmic quarantine zone? But why would they be trapped there?
The black domain offers protection, but it also cuts off those within it from the rest of the universe. It's a form of isolation, a way to protect the civilization, but also a way to control it. It's a complex dilemma, and Chengxin and Guan Yifan are caught right in the middle.
So what happens to them? Do they ever get out?
That's where things take a truly mind-bending turn. They're presented with a choice, the chance to enter a mini-universe.
A mini-universe. Like a universe within a universe. This is getting more complex by the minute.
Liu takes us deep into theoretical physics and cosmology, exploring the very fabric of reality. This mini-universe offers a chance to escape the collapsing universe, a potential new beginning.
So do they take it? Do they step into this unknown?
They do, and it leads to a poignant and bittersweet ending. Chengxin and Guan Yifan find peace and happiness in this new universe, but they are forever separated from everything they knew and loved. It's a reminder of the vastness and indifference of the cosmos, and the sacrifices sometimes demanded for survival. Death at End is a journey that takes us to the edge of the universe and the depths of the human soul. It's a story that will stay with you long after you finish the last page.
If you are looking for a book that will challenge your assumptions about reality, time, and the meaning of existence, Death's End is a must-read. And if you want to experience this epic tale in a whole new way, you can check it out on Mindful Moments. Their AI narration will bring the story to life, allowing you to delve into these profound concepts on the go. You can find a link to purchase the book in the episode description. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mindful Moments channel for more mind-expanding deep dives like this one, powered by the magic of AI narration. It's like having your own personal guide to the most fascinating ideas out there.